Can you talk about the process of learning about farming and homesteading, especially with you growing up in PA? So,
Mhm.
how was that for you?
Okay, so I don't come from a farming background.
Hmm.
However, I did grow things. When I was a kid, I had my little overalls on, and I was so happy when I grew my corn that was like taller than me. And I grew up right between Chester and Lancaster County, so next to the Amish. And I did work
Mm,
on an Amish farm as a teenager.
okay.
Um, but my real learning came from books from the library, uh, YouTube. There was a great series by the BBC, and it's great because here I am in the UK right now, BBC land. Uh, and it was a group of archaeologists who lived according to the period time for a calendar year. So they
Mhm.
showed you how to raise animals, grow food, build different types of structures. And from that, we learned actually a lot. We also traveled to different places. We learned how to build naturally with cob. We went to different farms. We stayed different places. We took notes. We just took all of this knowledge and brought it back. Each one of my kids had to read a book and specialize in an animal.
Mm,
So everybody's a specialist, and then they would share that knowledge with the rest of the family.
okay. When you say we, you mean you and your family would travel around to the different
Yeah,
farms and
yes,
everything. Okay.
yes,
Um, and at the time, how large were you guys? Was it just you and your wife and young kids?
yes, yeah.
Okay.
So me, my wife, and the kids traveling around. So, and the one time when we went for the natural building course was me, my wife, my father-in-law. Let me see, one, two, three, four, and four kids.
Mm. How was it traveling with the whole family, especially going to other people's properties to learn these skills?
I mean, it was fine. I mean, so my kid's background has was different than my background. So
Mm.
from the very beginning, um, my daughter, for example, that is actually 19 now, she was camping before she could walk. I
Wow.
mean, she was in diapers and we took her camping. And we had a policy that we would go camping once a month, regardless of the weather. So my kids have been camping when it was pouring down rain uh,
Subhanallah.
and learned how to put up the tent in the rain without getting wet. Basically, you take one of those big blue tarps, you put it over your head, you have the tent with you,
Mm-hmm.
you're putting the tent down, somebody's holding out the tarp, you're putting everything together, and you stay dry, the tent stays dry, and then the rest of the family comes in. Um, we've been camping in the winter, in the snow,
Mm.
um, everything. So their
They grew up
upbringing
on it.
was, yeah. So it's like natural for them. I mean, uh, at one time we had one of the sheep was having lambs. My daughter had a sandwich in one hand and was assisting with the birth with the other hand. It's just like
Subhanallah.
natural.
Subhanallah. Wow.